Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/geekaloud for another Let's Install. Today, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It is the PS4 version, however, it just got patched yesterday to allow 60 frames per second. This is going onto a PlayStation 5 Pro, not that you need that for the 60 frames a second, but we will go ahead and download it. And a little gotcha here, you need to make sure you scroll down the list and make sure it's only the Assassin's Creed Syndicate content. There is some sort of bug in the back end whereby there's a couple of Tom Clancy games that DLC appears in there, and I think Watch Dogs also can appear in there as well. Some weird Ubisoft back end issues. So just make sure you haven't accidentally got those if you're not installing and playing those as well. But let's pull up the uploads, downloads, and I can tell you that Assassin's Creed Syndicate base game, at least, is 43.729 gigabytes to download, and then I think I've got the deluxe or gold edition, what have you, so I think there's maybe 11 add-ons that I'm also installing for the complete install of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We're about to check out some of that 60 frames per second gameplay while it installs, and then, of course, on the other side, we'll jump into the settings menu, and I'll make any recommendations for changes. Also of note, today, big day. It is episode 100 of the Gaming Enforcement Agency this evening at 8:30 p.m. It'll be myself, Bully, and Unky Dunky all here on the channel. Come by, why don't you, and check out the live stream. Video games podcast, you're gonna love it, I promise. But for now, let's check out Assassin's Creed Syndicate running at 60 frames per second on a PlayStation 5 Pro.
Always a pleasure.
Prick.
It's people like you that give historians a bad name.
I'm afraid I don't have time for you today, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you for making my job easy.
Oh, shit.
It does look grim.
Master Berg, Agent Acosta. Deal with them, please. Move it! Hunt them down!
I've never seen so many people all at once.
Churning seas of London. It's just the way Father described. Now, to find Henry Green and formulate a plan of attack against the Templars.
Who's Mr. Green again?
The assassin watching over London? Did you not listen the first 3 times?
Listen to what? Oi, watch it.
Beg pardon, sir.
Oi! Come back here, you filthy dipper!
Stop!
Fine, you little mobsman. Keep it.
Well, well. What do we have here? You're on our property. This is your last spell. It's your He's all moving at one pace. Finish him off.
Excellent. What else does London have to offer?
Now is not the time for tourism, Jacob. Now's the time to find Henry Green. I've always been the quicker climber, haven't I?
Not since we were 2.
Race you to the highest vantage point. You're going to lose again.
Not on my watch.
What's that now? Where is Mr. Green's shop located? It was marked on Father's map.
2 assassins. Equal in height, 1 female, 1 male. 2 decades old, and those devilish smiles. You must be the Frye twins.
And you are?
Henry Green, at your service. I was sorry to learn about your father's passing.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Crawford Starrick?
I suppose the Council desires news.
London must be freed to provide a better future for all of its citizens.
Well, thank goodness the Council saw reason and sent you to aid us.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news. Today, Starrick sits at the helm of the most sophisticated Templar infrastructure known in the Western world. Every class, every borough, the gangs, the industries. His reach extends all across London.
I've always thought of myself as a gang leader. Firm, but fair. Huh. Well, I have uniforms. And I'll unite a mix of disenfranchised outsiders under one name. That's it, Evie. We can rally them to our side.
Oh, like the way that you rallied those card players at the Oakbrook Tavern into the river.
Oh, that was different. They beat me at whist. I can see it now. We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
You were never good at chess either.
Have you got a better plan?
Find the piece of Eden.
Oh.
Well, let me show you the lay of the land. Shall we? The best way to see any landscape is from above. Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
Am I Rooks?
Miss Frye, your passion is inspiring. Come, let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest. Looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
No, she's not there anymore.
So tell me about these Blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's clinkers remain opposed. They're no match for the Blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for. Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the Blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the Rooks.
Confound this city! No one looks where they're going!
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood! I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now. Well, I must get to work replacing them. Should you ever be in the mood for a tale or two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot. Ta-ta!
What an odd man.
That Mr. Frye was Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything in the city. If I were you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket. Kaylock's gang is nearby. They must not follow me back to my shop.
We'll take care of it.
Here, you might be able to use this.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail. I will meet you at the curio shop.
Let's go. We need to lead them away from Greed.
Here comes trouble.
The carriages are easily damaged. Kaylock will rue the day.
They've gone.
Now to return to Mr. Green.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're relentless.
That relentlessness will see me become master when we finish this.
George would do nothing of the sort. Whatever's left of the Creed would perish under your control.
Harsh words, dear sister.
I do hope Mr. Green made it back safely.
Don't tell me you fancy the bloke already.
And what do you suggest we do if our number one source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage around and go find him.
This is why you aren't in charge.
That's a girl.
You can't go bashing into people's cars and expect
You take the reins, you silly twat.
Did you give them the slip?
We gave them more than that.
Who are all these people?
Over the years, I have established a number of connections across the city.
Installed right here, youtube.com/geekaloud. Assassin's Creed Syndicate PS4 digital edition onto a PlayStation 5 Pro. Let's boot it on up now. Find that settings menu, shall we? Okay, here we are at the Assassin's Creed Syndicate main menu. Let's dive on into the options and see what we have available. General options, English, yes thanks. Brightness, take the time to set it up for yourself. Don't go by mine. I've got the studio lights on. Blood effects on, yes thanks. GPS system also, yes please. HUD options, show all, absolutely. I absolutely love being guided through an experience, so I'm going to leave them all on. Sound options, I best pull the music out as this is going on YouTube and I don't want the copyright strike, but you should definitely leave it on for yourself. All the other volumes up at max. English and subtitles off. As always, I find them incredibly distracting. Controls. Do we get a controller map? Maybe. Sensitivity of the axis and inversion, if you're so inclined. Not for me, however. And vibration on, absolutely. Control schemes. Navigation layout. Oh, the perfect controller map. They've nailed that. Parkour up, parkour down. Wow, such a flashback considering the more modern Assassin's Creed have it a far more dynamic system. Combat layout, as you'd expect, and vehicular combat. Riding around on the horse and cart is a lot of fun. We don't need to go through the credits or the support. So that is it for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I can see no indication of a version number. So let's bounce back to the PS5 Pro's main menu, pull up the information and wrap up this install. I can tell you Assassin's Creed Syndicate with the 60 frames a second patch is currently version 1.54, and that is a full and complete install of 71.83 gigabytes. But while we're here, I will just quickly go in and manage game content to show you that we have, as I said, the Gold or Ultimate Edition installed with all its packs. But this is what I was referring to earlier. Also in the list, do not install them, but you've got some Watch Dogs 2 content. If you own it, it'll be there. Obviously, you have to own it for it to be there. If you don't own the Watch Dogs 2 content, that won't appear. And I was sure when I installed this yesterday, there was also some Tom Clancy stuff, but it's not there now, so let's not worry about it. But Do not install any of that content. You don't need it for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. That is another successful install right here on Geek Aloud. What else can you do with the channel besides coming back tonight at 8:30 for the 100th episode of the Gaming Enforcement Agency? I'm very keen and looking forward to that one. What else with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it.